Hello, everybody. It's Catholic Dad signing in for episode number 28, Do Something Dangerous. I wanted to talk today about doing things that are quite difficult, arduous, and have a little bit of hairy danger to them. I'm not talking about jumping out of planes without parachutes and stuff like that. I'm talking about genuinely going and doing something that's slightly dangerous, like kids, these are the things you need to learn. And if they are super dangerous, you should do them under the supervision of an adult. But you do need to go explore the world, go engage the world, and start to learn risk management on yourself by yourselves. Something I would suggest every kid learn is how to ride a dirt bike. Dirt bikes are they're fun little dirt bikes. They are dangerous because they go kind of quickly. They're actually a little safer than an ATV, or actually a lot safer than an ATV because if they flip on you, you just throw them off you. They're not that heavy, and they can zip around and they're fun to ride. I suggest to all kids do something like learn how to ride a motorcycle or a dirt bike. And you know, people look at motorcyclists, and if they've never done it before, it's actually not a simple task. I mean, there's some motor memory, some coordination issues that you need, and it also takes some courage because I'll tell you what, if you're riding down the highway on a motorcycle without a windshield at 60 miles an hour, passing cars in wind, it's not easy to do. It's actually quite difficult to do. It's hard, it's arduous, it's difficult. And so when you do things like that, it builds the virtue of fortitude. When I say ride a motorcycle, it's a virtue building experience. And if you do it in a way that is not super dangerous, then yeah, you can't get angry at me. Other things that you can do: ride a horse, go do something that's physically difficult, mentally difficult, just a little bit scary. You got to step out of your comfort zone. And the thing that this teaches you, by the way, is risk management. So if you, I would say one of the things that kids are very poor at doing these days, that I think my generation was better at, were risk management skills. And so we used to go disappear in the woods. We used to carve like spears, and we used to have BB gun wars, and we used to light fires in the forest all the time. And it was kind of fun, and it was adventurous. You got this sense of adventure, but you also realize where the edge of too much was, and that's how you learn how to risk manage. Where if you push the envelope just slightly too hard, just a little bit too far, then you get into trouble, right? And when you get into trouble, then you realize, whoa, I've gone just a little bit too far. So it creates a metric in your head about what is too dangerous, what's just a little bit too far, what's just a little bit too difficult. I remember in particular as a kid, climbing some rocks. We used to do rock climbing when I was a kid, but without ropes or anything else. We just go out with our sneakers, shorts, and t-shirts on. And we used to actually do some stuff that, well, if my kids did it, I'd be a little bit nervous, but nobody ever knew we were doing it. And we did it, and we never actually got genuinely hurt. But I do remember sliding down the rocks one time, scraping up my elbows and knees pretty hard as I slid down about a 10 to 15 foot face of rock, which is quite scary. That's it. Kids, you need to go out there. You have to do some things that challenge yourself a little bit. I'm not saying jump off a cliff or anything like that. And I think your parents should be involved until you get better at it. But certainly learning how to ride a motorcycle or a horse or an ATV, things that have just a sense of danger to them, maybe even a snowmobile. I've never actually learned how to ride a snowmobile. Maybe I'll do that myself. This is a fortitude building experience, but it's also helps you learn how to risk manage life in general. The other thing is, when I was a kid, I can remember walking to the store with my siblings when I was 6 or 7 years old. You don't really see kids doing that much these days. I kind of force my kids out of the house pretty quickly, and I say, go be adventurous, go figure some stuff out, go learn how to cross the street, at the stoplight. And they're actually quite good at it. And it's a little bit nerve-wracking when you first start letting your kids out of the house when they're little. And I'm not saying only a 6-year-old leave a 6-year-old down. I'm saying they have to be under the supervision of a kid that's slightly older. But certainly by the time you're 9 years old, you should be able to go walk a mile away, cross a couple streets to a store to go buy ice cream. And sometimes I slip the kids a couple bucks. I say, go buy yourself some Haagen-Dazs at the grocery store. And that's kind of a great adventure for a little one, And then my teenagers, they ride their bicycle to the park and they go buy ice cream. And it's great for kids to be adventurous like that. That's a sense of danger, sense of responsibility, go engage the world. It teaches them how to be competent adults. So anyway, do something dangerous. This is Catholic Dad signing off. So try to pray the rosary daily, get to Mass. These things are all good. And take care and God bless.